Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest show on earth. I'm your host, Injindra. Been Tangindra, been Violet, been Akatosh. You find what to play next. We're bringing you awesome, nay, amazing things like, Madame, you are being hunted. Dear Sir, Madame, you are being hunted. I like to be informed of things in this way, obviously. We're going to start a new game. We're going to be the aristocrat. We're going to own that. Choose your profession. The aristocrat default. What happens if I click on it? Oh, I could be a gamekeeper? Oh, they mean like game. I thought they meant like the spokesperson. Like I could run the other pixel puppets around. The inventor, a boffin bristling with innovation and so on. The officer, the cook, the artist, the old soak. Let's start out as the aristocrat. In general, from what I've seen from dystopian fic, they do tend to throw them in there, whether or not it's in absentia. Every once in a while, they'll enter the field. Sometimes you drive towards them. Northern Ireland is industrial. A castle. We have rural. My favorite word. We're going into the fens. The fens. South Island is obviously a castle, and the East Island can be rural. Alright. So this is a roguelite that I found. We have a great indie community on Twitter, especially. I know, shocker, you probably didn't know that. We're a huge part of it, and I love that. They send us keys very frequently, and I get to take a look at their games and see what they're developing. I'm really specific with my devs. I'll let them know I want to see something that's different. So if you have a game, even if you feel like maybe you don't have exactly what you want in the build yet, I will absolutely take a look at it if you're doing something to develop gaming. I've been launching indie companies since I was tiny. I actually had to be listed under my father. I was so young. So this is absolutely my passion. I totally am into, getting these guys to let me know what it is they're doing with their game, getting you guys involved in the conversation, because this is how I became a part of the gaming community. That's really rare in a girl. We are frequently, it's hard to explain. We're like socialites. So unless there's a party, we don't always show up. And esports and so on is just becoming a thing. So it's very male-dominated in that you use a lot of psychology and stuff.
If you can hear this, then the experiment has gone terribly wrong.
Oh, I love that one.
I fear you may be trapped on the archipelago, but don't panic. The standing stones should be nearby.
Excellent.
With them, and some luck, you may still be able to escape. Listen very carefully, and you might just survive. I am afraid pieces of the device are now scattered across the islands. They became quite hot during the experiment, so perhaps you could look for the smoke. Bring any you find back to the standing stones, then we should be able to get you home.
So I gotta grease your palm, homie?
Sorry, madam, but this does mean postponing dinner preparations. I do hope you remember to eat something. You must try to keep your strength up. Perhaps some tea and biscuits from one of the nearby houses. The residents
better have jam,
because they're not at home. Oh,
where are they?
Do be careful, madam. You are being hunted.
This chick right here? Excuse me, is there jam? I demand the bare minimum military ration equivalents, which once I found out an MRE is, you find things out like this, friend. I want at least a ration equivalent. I love that they label that it's not food. Examine this with F. I love examining things by F. Let's do that. Oh, that's a human. Looting an enemy. Find useful items, etc. Alright, well, we're doing that. See what the looting...
useful. Now you can observe your pursuers while keeping a safe distance.
Rags for bandages. That will not be equipped. Rags for bandages. It wasn't just a... There's a method to my madness. I do beta test games, so while I'm doing this, I'm trying to see what I can do to make it non-functional. Like, can I toggle things? That sort of thing. Is it intuitive? I don't ever really get into is it intuitive because I'm a girl. I don't believe in that. It's kind of... Like I said, there's if there's like heavy competition for something, especially if it's space, then I'll mention male versus...
Return that fragment to the standing stones and leave it there.
Zooks.
You'll be one step closer to home.
Well, if this is gonna elicit the response that God's hooks were involved, then obviously we're gonna do this. Religiosity it is. Examine with F, but I want to run around. Hold on. We're gonna be a pony in an open field. Like, feel it with me. You want to go exploring. We've got a little blue fairy to blame now. We'll pick up excuses. Heck with stuff. He did mention that I need to eat, so despite the prompts, I also appear to, you know, have been encouraged. Great burrow on the end. Don't ever think that devs don't have a god complex. They do. E won't let me enter. Hand. This might be in early development. I'll have to check the email. Oh, it's just getting cold, and I have this problem where the tip of my nose gets cold, and I hate that because it makes my nose run.
I would advocate discretion, madam.
Nobody saw that.
It might be best to run and hide, but if you have found a weapon, perhaps you can use it to fend them off.
I'm trying to get in the building, homies. How do I open the door? I'm so confused. Do I need a key? Like, a key? The fact that I can't break doors and things does frustrate me in a Atmo. I just call thriller games Atmo because that's what they are. Victims of the Marmalade Famine. Oh, it's a monument. See, that's sweet. And look at, they came up with lovely names. There is no way that they, you know, scrimped on their time here. We have an Esquire. You always need things like that.
It looks like there's something useful in there. Oh,
thank you.
And if you find anything edible, don't look at it too closely.
I thought you told me to eat. These conflicting orders that the English like to give you, you know? I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Son. Have a map. Can crouch. Hold on. What do we have? Audio. Extra volume now. Why would I be able to do that? So we got a little bit of a bug here. Consider color. Control settings. There we go. Take a screenshot. Equip slot. Jump one. Interact. Okay, so I am interacting with these doors and they're not opening. Lean. Ouch. Reload. Okay. So it's not me. As long as I know it's not me. Save, control, etc. Alright, well I can always bounce. Right now the houses are not functional. Oh, they're loot boxes. Who's seen that? Who's seen that, homie? Look at this. They're loot boxes. Oh, we gotta move. We got bad guys, friend. Friend, you know, that AI is mean. Holy crap. Oh, being hunted. Oh, I want you to see the robots too. They're gonna, okay, hold on. This way. Oh. Okay, so they're little robots, or well, human robots, so not little. Load last save. We're gonna blitz this. You and me, we got this. You're here on this. This is really great. I would definitely recommend this to a streamer. They love the survival. I think it has a co-op mode. I want to say it has a co-op mode. The houses being...
Now you can observe your pursuers while keeping a safe distance. Excellent. You've found.
Got it.
Return that fragment to the standing stones and leave it
there. Doing it. Loving it. Living large.
Closer to home.
Okay, canned pie. Restores vitality. Okay, so we're gonna just use that so I have it. I'm gonna run the houses. It looks like I have a certain amount of time before I get hunted. What we're gonna do is jump to the next section. Just take a real quick look. What I like to do is give you about 10 minutes of gameplay. I am out about that, but it's a very good game. It's well done. The fact that the houses are loot boxes is different, so I will absolutely take that.
It looks like there's something useful.
I'm so used to them pushing for open world.
Edible, don't look at it too closely.
Okay, so I'm going to be full up, and it's going to trigger me here. What's it going to do? It just says item doesn't fit. Blight-ridden, smells funny. Okay, so we're going to head back now and see what lies ahead. Some stuff on the back of this? Like just usual graffiti. So they went for realism, which is cool. There's an air balloon. Look at that. Oh no, there's a robot. Okay, hold on. We know how to do this. We've taken stealth training. Not really. What I did was I went to a Montessori. So we took wilderness survival. Our wilderness survival was very, very close to SEER camp. I laugh really hard at people when I think about what my 12-year-old Montessori class did. Or 10. I think we were 10. These are the standing stones returned to the mysterious fragments of the device. We had a cabin, and that was about it. They taught us how to forage, they taught us how to find fruit-bearing trees, so on. So really hilarious to me when these soldiers write about, you know, like, all their stuff.
Activate the device.
Try getting along with 10-year-old boys while you're doing it. Alright, save progress. Is that it? That's all this does? Oh my god, homie, we gotta, like, run the island.
Forgive me, madam, but perhaps it's worth mentioning that your tweeds should keep you well hidden, provided you keep to the heavier foliage.
Alright, that is probably a bad guy, as much as I personally am attached to hot air balloons. Looks like at this point you equip up and attempt to find a weapon, more than likely. So we're gonna get into combat a little bit. Let me see if I can fudge. Current item, ammo. I don't have a spot. You can get inside their guard and they can't shoot you, which is interesting. Obviously they can rectify that pretty quickly. So one interesting fun fact there, friends. Fun fact. Link in the description below if you do want to try it out. Like I said, our indie games are just awesome. They're really the most fun people. What's this? Patriotic crockery. So this is all junk. I don't really have a weapon yet, so we're going to go weapon hunting, and then we'll be able to engage in combat. Link in the description below if you do want to play along. If you want to hit us up, our social links are down there as well. We love hearing from you guys. What else? Gamer Grind, Gamer Coffee delivered to your door. So we do have a co-op that we partner with. If you want to pick up our merch and show other people the channel, you can pimp out the Pirate Queen What to Play Next, mugs, stickers, etc. Those are fun, and it just kind of lets people know that we're here. If you're a gamer, you can put your gamer logo on stuff for like nothing bucks. So if you're going to a trade show or whatever and you just kind of want your family and friends to support you, it costs almost nothing to put it on there, and then they can just pick up t-shirts or whatever. So it's a lot of fun. Or definitely hit them up, have gamer themes for their coffee and stuff, so you can put that extra, like if you're a whiskey drinker, put it in your morning too. You know, depending on how hard you've been hit by this whole... Doesn't look like there's anything super interesting here. I want to call it a recession. It's after the plague, so I guess that's a little disrespectful. But, God, they are not joking about being hunted, but there's my hunter right there, so I can maneuver, put him on my 6, and dodge fairly well. The bush helps a little bit, so that's handy. And then the last thing that's down there is coffee, KOFI, so if you like me, buy this chicken. $1 make me smile. It's a great site because it lets me put up behind the scenes stuff you might not have seen before, that sort of thing. So that's exciting. I would definitely recommend that. Hit them up, especially if you yourself are fundraising. They act as an intermediary and keep things pretty safe. Definite recommend. Cool game, I love it. You have to kind of get good at finding a weapon fast, so obviously you would scout for that next. I'm not going to make you sit through that, because I just like to put a little thumbnail up in there 6 days out of 7 lets you know what's going on in gaming. So hit the subscribe, smash it, smash the subscribe, hit the bell for that alert, and it will just show you what we're doing. And then on the 7th day, we do some sort of really heavy story-driven, really cool, you know, just that you get into it like Lara Croft or Skyrim or something like that. So we love you guys. We love that you're always along for a ride. Hit us up, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. We will see you next video.